The cold steel of the knife bit into my palm as I plunged it into my husband's chest, his eyes widening in that final, traitorous gleam I'd replayed 1,000 times in hell. But it wasn't rage that killed me next. It was the poison in the coffee he'd handed me with a smile. The one laced by my own mother. Her voice still echoing. "Things are tight, honey." We had to skip the birthday. And just like that, darkness swallowed me whole. My daughter's laughter, the last sound fading into oblivion.
Now,
gasping awake in my old bed, sheets tangled around legs that felt 20 years younger, I realized the impossible. I was back. 3 months before the party. Before the blade. Before the cup. Reborn to burn it all down. I bolted upright, heart slamming like a jackhammer against my ribs. The room spun for a second, my old apartment in Seattle. The one with the leaky faucet and the view of Puget Sound that always smelled like rain and regret. It was July 2023. Not the sterile hospital room of my deathbed in 2045. My hands smooth, unscarred. No wedding ring biting into swollen fingers, trembled as I touched my face. 32 again.
Alive.
The betrayal crashed over me like a tidal wave. Mark's affair with my sister. Mom's embezzlement of my inheritance to fund it. The tight times lie that starved us until Lily's 8th birthday became the excuse for everything to unravel. They'd poisoned me to silence the questions. Framed it as suicide after I discovered their scam. But I knew.
God.
I knew every filthy detail now, etched into my soul like acid. I stumbled to the mirror, staring at the woman I'd buried, dark curls wild, green eyes fierce, not the hollow shell I'd become. Lily's room was down the hall. I could hear her soft breathing through the baby monitor. 8 years old in 3 months. This time, she'd get her party. This time, they'd pay. I laughed. A sharp, bitter sound that echoed off the walls. Revenge wasn't a word, it was oxygen. And I was done suffocating. The first call came at dawn. Mom's voice, syrupy, through the phone like nothing had changed. "Melanie. Sweetie. How's my girl?" Lily excited for school starting. I gripped the receiver, nails digging into plastic, forcing the old smile into my tone. "Peachy.
Mom.
Can't wait for her birthday bash. You coming, right? Bringing that famous chocolate cake." A pause. Then her laugh, too bright, too rehearsed.
"Oh,
honey.
About that.
Things are a bit tight right now. Mark mentioned budgets. You know how it is." There it was, the hook sinking in. In my first life, I'd nodded, swallowed the guilt, let it fester until it poisoned everything. This time, tight? Mom, you're sitting on Dad's old trust fund. What's really going on? Another beat of silence. Longer.
What? No.
That's for emergencies. Listen, we'll talk later.
Click.
I set the phone down gently, but inside, the storm brewed. She didn't know yet that I remembered the ledgers, the offshore accounts she'd siphoned into Mark's poker debts and his mistress's designer bags. By noon, I was at the kitchen table, laptop open, diving into the digital graves I'd exhumed in my dying days. Mark was at work, his consulting gig at the firm that was really just a front for laundering cash for Mom's schemes. I'd married him fresh out of college, blind to the charm masking the snake. Lily was the only good thing we'd made. Her curly mop and gap-toothed grin the light in our crumbling marriage. But he cheated with Jenna, my half-sister. The golden child Mom always favored starting 2 years ago. They'd bled me dry, Mom borrowing from my inheritance after Dad's crash in 22, claiming it for family investments. Investments that bought Jenna a condo in Bellevue and Mark a boat he never sailed sober. I pulled up the bank statements I'd screenshot before they wiped them. God bless my paranoid phase. Transfers. $50,000 here. $20,000 there. All routed through a shell company called Evergreen Holdings. Mom's maiden name. My fingers flew over the keys, tracing the money trail. It led straight to a Cayman account, password protected, but not unbreakable. In my past life, I'd cracked it too late. After Lily's party got canceled because things were tight, after the fights escalated, after Mark staged my breakdown to isolate me. This time, I set up alerts, mirrored their emails without a trace. Thank you. Freeware from a dark web forum I'd bookmarked in desperation once. Lily bounded and then, backpack slung over one shoulder. Summer camp stickers peeling off the straps. Mommy, can we make ice cream sundaes? Please. Her eyes, so like mine, sparkled with that unscarred innocence. I pulled her into a hug, inhaling the scent of chlorine and crayons, fighting the lump in my throat. Anything you want, bug. Double cherries. As we scooped and giggled, I vowed no skips, no tightness, and no mercy for the thieves who'd stolen her joy and my life. That night, Mark came home late, reeking of bourbon and lies. Hey,
Babe.
rough day at the office. He pecked my cheek, but I turned just enough to catch the whiskey on his breath. In the old timeline, I'd ignored it, chalked it up to stress.
Now?
I poured him a scotch, neat, and watched him sink into the couch. Mom called. Said things are tight for Lily's party. His eyes flicked up. Too quick. Yeah?
Well.
We can trim the guest list. No biggie.
Trim.
Like she was a budget line item. I sat across from him, legs crossed, channeling the ice I'd forged in 20 years of regret. Or we could ask why Mom's draining the trust. I checked the statements today.
Mark.
Evergreen Holdings? Ring any bells? He choked on his sip, coughing dramatically. What the hell? Mel? You hacking our accounts now?
R.
As if it was joint. Not hacking. Remembering. Dad left that for Lily. Not your gambling buddies or Jenna's shopping sprees. The name dropped like a grenade. His face paled, then flushed red. Jenna? That's insane. Your sister's just helping with the books. Helping.
Right.
I'd walked in on them once. In our bed. Her laughter like shattered glass. But I'd buried it. For Lily. This time, I leaned forward, voice low. Helping you fuck me over. You mean? I know everything. The affair. The transfers. The plan to cut me out after the suicide. He bolted up, glass shattering on the floor. You're crazy. This is paranoia talking. Paranoia. The word they'd branded me with before the pills. I stood, unflinching. Call Mom. Tell her the party's on. And if 1 cent goes missing, I go to the cops. He stormed out, slamming the door. But I felt the shift, the power tilting my way. Sleep evaded me that night. Visions of my death replaying. The knife in my hand. Self-defense gone wrong in their narrative. The coffee burning my throat as Mom watched from the doorway. Her accidental overdose stories sealing my grave. Lily's birthday had been the spark, cancelled, leading to her tantrum. My breakdown. Their opportunity. This rebirth was my reset button. By morning, I was at the lawyer's office, the one who dismissed me last time as hysterical, armed with printouts. I laid it out: fraud, embezzlement, spousal infidelity tied to financial abuse. File for divorce. Full custody. And freeze those assets. He blinked, then nodded. This is airtight. MS. Harper. We'll bury them. Word spread fast in our tight-knit family web, Mom's side. All Seattle old money with skeletons in the closets. Jenna texted. Heard you're spiraling. Need to talk. Spiraling.
Cute.
I replied. Sure. My place. Bring the truth. She showed up at lunch. Blonde and Botox smooth. In yoga pants that screamed privilege.
Mel.
This is ridiculous. Mark's stressed. Mom's just managing to ruin us. I poured tea, decaf. No poison this round, and slid the ledger across. Managing to steal $200,000? For your condo? His boat. Her facade cracked. Eyes darting. It's not stealing. It's reallocating. You were always so needy. With Lily and all, needy. For a roof over our heads? I laughed.
Cold.
Get out. And tell Mom the party's at the Space Needle. Full spread. Or I leak this to the family group chat. She left fuming, but the seed was planted. That afternoon, I picked Lily up from camp, her face lighting up at the promise of a surprise adventure. We drove to the bank, deposited my emergency fund, untouched this time, into a trust for her alone. Mommy, why the fancy paper? She asked, doodling on the receipt. So you always have magic money. Bug. For birthdays and dreams. She hugged me fierce, and for a moment, the rage quieted. But not for long. The invitations went out that week, glossy cards with Lily's favorite unicorn theme. RSVPs required. Mom called again, voice edged with panic. Melanie, this extravagance. We can't afford it.
We.
Always we. I can. And you will. Or the IRS gets a tip about those offshore toys. Silence. Then a hiss. You're blackmailing your own mother? Blackmail. The word tasted like justice.
No, Mom.
I'm collecting what's mine.
Click.
I hung up, adrenaline surging. The controversial part? I decided early, no clean hands. Revenge meant getting dirty. I'd plant doubts, leak just enough to isolate them. Watch their empire crumble from whispers. Mark tried reconciliation that night, flowers, tears, the works. Babe, I messed up. Jenna was a mistake. Let's counseling. After he'd plotted my end, I let him in, played the part, even let him touch me, clinical, calculated. In bed, as he whispered apologies, I whispered back, prove it. Wire the boat money back.
Now.
His hand froze on my hip. Dawn found him asleep. App open on his phone. Transfer complete. Small victory. But the real war was brewing. As August bled into September, the family buzzed. Aunt Clara cornered me at the grocery, heard about the money drama. Your mom's beside herself with guilt. I hoped. I nodded sympathetically. Yeah, tough times. But Lily's party will fix it. Subtle barbs, planted like mines. Jenna unfollowed me on Insta. Petty, but telling. Mark worked late more, his eyes hollow.
Good.
Lily's excitement built like a fever. Crafts for decorations. Playlist of Taylor Swift bops. I watched her. This second chance at motherhood. And the betrayal sharpened to a blade. They'd used her birthday as the wedge. Skipping it saves cash, Mom had said. But really, it hid the hemorrhage. In my deathbed haze, I'd seen the emails. Delay the party. Push Mel over the edge. Monsters. The week before, the first crack showed. Mom showed up unannounced. Cake box in hand, dry. Uniseed. Aprop.
See?
I'm trying to worm back in. I let her in. Watched Lily hug her grandma. That knife twist of normalcy. Over coffee. I laid the trap.
Mom.
Dad's will specified audits. I did one. Funny how evergreen matches your signatures. Her cup rattled.
That's
forged. Someone's framing me. Framing. Irony. Or maybe it's just you. Finally caught. Lily ran out then. Oblivious. Grandma. Taste the frosting. Mom forced a smile. But her eyes, cold, calculating, mirrored Mark's. As she left, I heard the sob in her car. Phase 1, isolation. But revenge has costs. Sleepless nights. Paranoia creeping. Was that a shadow at the window? Mark's glares turned venomous. You're destroying us. Mel.
us.
Never me. I upped security cams. Told my brother, the one good relative, bits of the truth. He believed. Offered his PI contact. Controversial? Leaking to the press. An anonymous tip to the Seattle Times about family fraud in old money circles. Nothing named, but enough to spook. October 1st, party eve. Lily asleep. I sat with wine, plotting the climax. Tomorrow, at the Needle, with 50 guests, family, friends, reporters I'd accidentally invited via a loose-lipped cousin. I'd confront them publicly, evidence in hand, force confessions, or watch them squirm. Twist their lies into nooses. But as midnight told, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Stop this. Melanie. Or Lily pays. The voice distorted, but Mom's cadence underneath. Heart in throat. I dialed 911, but hung up. No proof.
Yet.
Dawn broke gray. Rain-slick streets mirroring my mood. Lily bounced awake. It's birthday time. We dressed, her in a tutu explosion. Me in armor black sheath. The venue buzzed, balloons. Caterers. A cake tower rivaling Vegas. Guests trickled in, Aunt Clara with whispers. Jenna absent. Mark late and rumpled. Mom arrived last. Face a mask. Mark in tow. Happy birthday. Pumpkin, she cooed to Lily. But her eyes, locked on mine, wore. The party hummed, kids shrieking on the observation deck. Puget Sound glittering below like shattered diamonds. I played host. Laughs forced. Every smile a grenade pin. Then, the toast. Microphone in hand. Glass raised. To Lily, 8 years of magic. And to family, who teach us everything.
Pause.
Guests clapped. Oblivious. Mom shifted. Uneasy. Mark sweated. I nodded to my brother, Q. The screen behind flickered. Projected emails. Transfers. A fair pics blurred for decency. Gasps rippled. What the? Uncle Ted muttered. Mom lunged for the power cord. But security, hired PI's muscle, blocked her. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, voice steady as Seattle fog. This is the real tight spot. My husband and mother stole our future. For parties?
No.
For betrayal. Mark bolted for the exit. Jenna's no-show suddenly made sense. Fled to Mexico. Texts confirmed later. Chaos erupted, screams. Flashes from invited paparazzi cousins. Mom collapsed. Wailing. It's lies. She's unstable. Unstable. The old script. But this time, the crowd turned. Clara's I knew it. Uncle's calls to lawyers. Lily. Wide-eyed in my arms. Mommy? I knelt. It's okay. Bug. Bad guys are leaving. Cops arrived, my tip. Timed, perfect. Handcuffs clicked on wrists. In the aftermath, as rain lashed the windows, Mom spat. You ruined us. For what? A kid's party? I leaned close. First time in years feeling tall. For my life. Yours ends in orange. Mark begged. Mel, the affair was nothing. Please. Nothing. Like the poison. Rot. They hauled them away. Headlines screaming. Heiress exposes family fraud at daughter's bash. Controversial? Hell yes, dragging kids' joy into vendetta. Traumatizing Lily with the fallout. But as she blew candles, guests hushed, singing fierce. I knew. Worth it. The twist? In custody, Mom confessed, not just theft, but Dad's crash? She'd tampered brakes. For the insurance. Buried secret unearthed. Double life sentences. Months later. Divorce final. Assets reclaimed. Lily and I in a new house, views of the sound. No leaks. Therapy for her giggles. Mine for ghosts. Happy? Not fairy tale. But free. And on her 9th. No skips. Just us. Cake overflowing. Laughter real. They didn't expect this ghost. But I rose anyway. The cuffs on Mom's wrists glinted under the needle's lights like cheap jewelry from a pawn shop he'd never afford again. Melanie. You bitch, she hissed as they dragged her past the cake table. Her sensible pumps scuffing the carpet. Lily clung to my leg, face buried in my skirt. The unicorn horns on her headband askew. Mommy. Why's Grandma mad? The guests 50 strong. From PDA moms to distant cousins who'd flown in froze in that awkward American way. Phones out. Capturing the spectacle like it was a Black Friday brawl at Walmart. I knelt, smoothing Lily's curls. Grown-up stuff. Bug. Go with Aunt Clara for ice cream. Mommy's fixing it. She scampered off, trusting as ever, while I faced the wreckage. Mark lunged then, breaking free from a cop's grip, face twisted in that salesman rage he reserved for bad deals. This is assault. I'll sue. The officer, burly. No nonsense. With a mariner's cap tucked in his belt, twisted his arm higher. Sit tight.
Buddy.
Fraud's a felony. I stepped close. Voice a whisper only he heard. Tell Jenna, I said high. From the grave. His eyes bulged, color draining like bad ink. In my first life, this moment never came. He'd spun the narrative, painted me the villain cracking under postpartum and poverty. Press swallowed it, despondent Mom's tragic end. Buried with me, the truth. The ledgers. The love letters I'd found taped under his sock drawer. Sirens wailed below, cutting through the party din, some guests fleeing elevators, others clustering like vultures. Uncle Ted, paunchy and red-faced from Chardonnay, clapped my shoulder.
Damn. Girl.
That was ballsy. Your old man's rolling in his grave proud.
Proud.
Dad would have been, before Mom's brakes job sent him off the I-5 overpass in a fireball of twisted metal and spilled coffee. I'd believed accident then. Now. Her confession in the squad car, whispered to protect the family, sealed it. Manslaughter on top of theft. The twist that gutted me deepest. Cops cleared the deck. But not before the Seattle PD's finest grilled me right there. Under the rotating restaurant's hum. MS. Harper. Walk us through it. Detective Ruiz. Latina with a noble voice. Notepad flipping. I spilled. The rebirth skipped. Too woo-woo for badges, but the evidence? Ironclad. Screenshots time-stamped. Emails forwarded from mirrored accounts. Even a recorded call from last week where Mom slipped. Evergreen was just a buffer.
Mel.
For all of us. Buffer for betrayal. Ruiz nodded. Jotting. You've got a story. Tragic. But solid. We'll need you downtown tomorrow. Lily reappeared. Chocolate smeared like war paint. Mommy, can we still spin the wheel? The needle's glass floor. That vertigo thrill kids crave. I forced a grin. Hell yes. Race you. We spun. Her squeals drowning the chaos. My mind fracturing between past and present. In 2045, her 18th birthday, I'd missed it. Comatose from their mercy killing. This spin was defiance. By nightfall, we crashed at my brother's, cozy queen and Victorian, guest room with a view of the Olympics. Lily conked out on the trundle. Stuffed unicorn clutched tight.
Bro.
Jake, tall, bearded, the family black sheep who'd bailed on Mom's money games, handed me a beer on the porch. You okay? Sis? That was nuclear. I sipped. The IPA bitter as hindsight. Better than dead. He paused, brow furrowing. What?
Slip.
I waved it off. Figuratively. They killed my spirit first. We clinked. Stars pricking the smog. Jake's PI. Ex-Fed named Harlan. Texted updates. Mark lawyered up. Mom singing like a canary to cut a deal. Jenna? Border alert. Mexico. As predicted. Sleep came fitful. Dreams splicing timelines. The knife fight with Mark. His accidental, shoved downstairs morphing to poison drip. Mom's face at my funeral. Dry-eyed in Chanel. Woke sweating. Lily's feverish forehead under my palm. Post-party stress? Pediatrician in the AM. Dawn brought headlines. Birthday blowout. Seattle socialite busted for embezzlement at niece's party. Grainy pics of Mom's perp walk. My back to the camera. Lily blurred out. Calls flooded, reporters. Distant kin. Even Mark's mom. Shrill. What have you done to my boy?
Done?
Revived myself. I blocked. Focused. Custody hearing tomorrow. Lawyer prepped. Full custody. No contest. Criminal charges tip it. Court was a circus. King County Superior. Fluorescent hell. Judge Harlan. Irony. Banged gavel. Mark. Orange jumpsuit chic. Pleaded. She's unstable. Your Honor. History of delusions. Delusions. My rebirth the biggest. But there's the lie. I countered calm. Check the psych evals. I'm the stable one. He gaslit for years. Exhibits piled. Therapy notes from my breakdown, which was really sleep deprivation from his all-nighters with Jenna. Judge ruled swift. Temporary full to me. Supervised visits pending trial. Mark's glare as they let him out? Pure venom. Good fuel. Back home, our old apartment, now mine alone, I unpacked Lily's party swag, her laughter echoing in empty halls. Mommy. Grandma's in timeout. Kids' logic. Kinda. For taking grown-up toys. She nodded sage. Bad guys lose.
Yes.
But the controversial nod, was this justice or vengeance? Dragging family filth public. Scarring Lily with cop lights on her cake? Sleepless again. I journaled, first time since college, pouring the impossible. Died 2045. Woke 2023. Why me? Catharsis. Or madness. Week 2. Media frenzy. Reborn heiress, puff pieces in The Stranger. True crime pod sniffing. I dodged. Focused rebuild. Job hunt, marketing gig at a startup. Remote. Flexible for Lily. Funds frozen but mine. Dad's trust intact post-audit. $800,000 buffer. Bought the queen and fixer-upper. Sight unseen cash. No mortgage chains. Harlan's reports trickled. Mom's deal. Plead to fraud and manslaughter. 25 to life. Dad's crash. Brake line cut. Her prints on the tool. For the boy, she'd sobbed Mark. Her favorite son-in-law. Jenna, extradited. Facing conspiracy. Mark, stonewalling. But poker buddies flipping. Money trail damming. Lily's school start. Drop-off tears. Her backpack, too big. Love you to the moon, I called. Home alone. The high crashed. Loneliness hit like Seattle winter. No husband. No mom. Just echoes. Controversial decision to date? Tinder swiped. But ghost swiped back.
Met coffee guy.
Tom, divorced dad. Easy laugh. One date. Walked the market. Pike Place bustle. You're fierce, he said.
Fierce.
Or fractured. October deepened. Leaves gold rot. Lily's nightmare started. Bad guys coming. Therapy for her. Plato's sessions unpacking Grandma's OE. Mine with Ruiz cop shrink. Off record. Revenge eats the avenger, she warned. I nodded, but hungered still. Final twist brewing. Mom's jail letter. New Year's secret. The visions. Poison wasn't first try. Dad suspected. Suspected what? Enclosed. Photo. Yellowed Mia's teen. Dad's arm around. Mom's glare. Beneath. Note in his scrawl. Mel's not mine. Keep her safe. Illegitimate. The buried bomb. Heart stopped. Bio dad? Some fling mom covered. Dad raising me loyal. Betrayal tripled. Rage anew.
Confront? No.
Burn it. Shredded. Ashes in sink. But seed planted. My blood. Tainted? Thanksgiving loomed. First without them. Jake hosted. Turkey and truths. Proud of you, he toasted. Lily beamed. Pie in face.
Night.
Tom texted. Second date.
Yes.
Small steps. Trial date set, January. Prep Warren, depositions. My testimony core. They plan my death, I'd say. Gasps guaranteed. Controversial? Exposing Dad's secret posthumously?
No.
Protect Lily from that stain. December chill bit. Holidays twinkled. Lily's school play, Elf with sass. I cheered loudest. Tom beside. Hand brushing mine. Warmth crept.
Thawing. But Eve's Eve.
Call, Harlan. Mark's talking. Says you threatened suicide. Twist. Recorded you saying I'd rather die. Forged? Or my drunk ramble. Twisted.
Panic spiked.
Rebirth's gift. Intuition. Deep fake my ass. Check metadata. New Year's dawn. Verdict in prelim, admissible. But challenged.
Fight on.
Lily's ninth approached. No skips. Venue. Zoo. Animals her jam. Invites out small. Safe. As we prepped. Her hug. Best mom ever. Tears pricked. Worth the war. Yet. In quiet. Doubt whispered. Happy ending? Or cycle? Mom's eyes in court sketch defiant. Mark's sneer. My reflection. Stronger.
Scarred.
Twist final. Letter 2. From Jenna Cell. Knew about the baby. Moms. Yours truly. Miscarriage. Hidden stress from their games.
No.
Sabotage. Pills in my tea. Early pregnancy test flushed. Rage crested. Trial. Armageddon.
But for now, cake plans.
Cherry on top. January's gray shroud hung over Seattle like a bad hangover. The kind that follows too much cheap champagne and not enough sleep. Courtroom 7B in the federal building smelled of stale coffee and desperation. Wooden benches worn smooth by asses like mine. Wait.
No.
Asses on trial. I sat front row. Lily with Jake in the hall. Coloring books her shield. The gallery buzzed. Reporters in the back. Sketching furiously, Aunt Clara dabbing eyes with a monogrammed hanky, even a true crime YouTuber. Whispering into his lapel mic. Mark slouched at the defense table in a suit that hung loose. Like his lies had shrunk him.
Mom.
Beside in pearls and power skirt. Stared straight ahead. Chin high, queen on the scaffold. Judge Harlan, yes. Same name. Different branch, cleared throat. Opening statements. Prosecution. ADA Voss. Sharp as a switchblade in her pencil skirt.
Rose.
Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just theft. It's a conspiracy of greed and betrayal that cost Melanie Harper her marriage, her security, and nearly her life. Slides clicked. Ledgers glowing. Emails damning. My heart thudded. Rebirth's secret locked tight. Voss painted me victim saint, meek wife. Devoted mom, omitting the vengeful ghost I'd become. Accurate enough. Defense? Mark's shark. Oily from the East Coast.
Smirked.
MS. Harper's accusations stem from marital strife, amplified by postpartum issues. Postpartum? Lily was 7 when it peaked. Gasps. My fists clenched. Delusions of persecution. Your Honor. Delusions. The word jury would chew like gum. I met Mom's gaze then, cold steel. No remorse. She'd raised me on that look. Conditioning obedience. Testimony kicked off. Bank execs. Dry as toast. Confirming transfers. Irregular activity.
Ma'am.
Shell entities. Then me. On stand. Bible heavy in palm. I swore truth, partial. I found the emails June 23. Mark and Jenna. My sister. Mom facilitating. Voice steady. Eyes on jury, 6 women. 3 moms. Empathy flickered. They said, tight times for Lily's birthday. Lie to cover $250,000 gone. Exhibits, my prints, timestamps. Cross-exam, Shark prodded. You accessed accounts without permission? Mirrored. Legal gray. But necessary. Jury leaned in. Break. Hall hug from Jake. Killing it. Lily peeked. Mommy's a lawyer now. Giggle broke tension. Lunch. Salmon salad. Voss coaching. Stay human. Mom card. Afternoon. Mom's turn.
Poised.
She spun silk, helping family. Melanie overwhelmed. Imagined threats. Overwhelmed. My breakdown. Sleepless from audits.
Fights.
Jury nodded. Old biases. Then the deepfake audio. My voice. Slurred. I'd rather die than live like this. Tech expert debunked. Spliced from voicemails. AI fingerprints. Jury exhaled. Shark sweated. Week blurred. Witnesses piled. Poker pal ratting Mark's debts. Jenna. Video link from lockup. Crumbling. It was Mom's idea.
The
Endgame. Endgame. Poison plot.
gasps.
My gut twisted, sister. Flesh despite venom. Climax, Mom's cross. Voss. The brakes on Edward Harper's car. Your prince. Mom blinked. Coincidence. Worn gloves.
Lie.
Jury murmured. And the trust? For Melanie's child. Reallocation. Edward would have wanted. Voss cut. Wanted? You killed him for it. Objection. Sustained. But seed sown. Me again. Rebuttal. She said tight for a party. But poison my coffee to silence questions. Exhibit. Tox report from suicide. Faked. But trace arsenic matched her garden shed. Jury paled. Deliberation. 3 days. Agony. I paced the apartment. Lily sensing storm. Bad guys go bye-bye. Soon.
Bug.
Tom, date 3 now. Solid, cooked pasta. Distracted with bad jokes. Knock knock. Who's there? Your Honor. Groan laugh. Comfort. Controversial. Leaning on him mid-war? Dependency risk. But human. Verdict eve. Bar hop with Voss. Shots of tequila burning truth. They'll fry. Dawn. Guilty. All counts fraud. Conspiracy. Manslaughter. Mom. Life. No parole. Mark. 20. Jenna. 15. Sentencing. Sobs from his mom. My exhale.
Outside.
Flashbulbs popped. MS. Harper. Vindication? Justice, I said. For Dad. For Lily. For the me they'd erased. Aftermath. Media gold rush. Oprah pod offer, declined. Book agent. Reborn from betrayal? Tempting.
But no, too raw.
Custody final. Mine. Ironclad. Mark's visits? Supervised.
Rare.
He wrote, hate you. Filed away. Spring bloomed. Cherry blossoms dusting Queen Anne. New house. 3-bed charmer. Garden for Lily's veggies. Job started. Marketing whiz. Remote from sun porch. Tom official dinners. Park walks. His kid Mia bonding with Lily over slime. But ghosts lingered. Mom's appeal, denied. Jenna's baby, hers and Mark's. Irony, born in stir. Letter. Auntie Mel? Help. Controversial. Aid the spawn?
No.
Charity starts home. Lily's therapy wrapped. I'm brave like mommy.
Brave.
Rebirth's echo. Summer heat wave. Beach day. Alki. Waves lapping. Tom proposed sandcastles. Not rings, yet. Lily dug moats. For bad guys?
Nah.
For treasures. Treasure. This life. Twist shadow. Anonymous package. Old locket. Dad's. Inside note. Mel. You're mine. Always. Blood test. No need. Heart new. Fall trials past. Harvest moon. Lily's 10th loomed, no skips. Full circus. As leaves turned, so did I, from Avenger to Architect. Happy? Hard one. But mine. Yet. Late night. Wineglass twirl. Was rebirth gift or curse? Visions faded. But vigilance stayed. They didn't expect resurrection. I didn't expect peace. October 2033. Wait.
No.
2024 now. Timelines bleeding like watercolors in rain. Lily's 10th birthday planning consumed us. Bounce house in the backyard. Face paint artist. A petting zoo because why not? The queen and house. Our fortress rebuilt from fixer bones. Hummed with prep, balloons inflating in the garage. Playlist blasting Lizzo anthems. Tom hauled tables. Sweat beading on his forehead. That easy grin flashing. This kid's gonna rule the world. Mia. His 9-year-old firecracker. Boss decorations. More glitter. Lily. Laughter-filled spaces, once echoey. A bomb on scars still pink. But under the festivity, tension coiled. Mark's parole hearing loomed, early release for good behavior, his letters pleading. For our girl.
Our.
Delusion. I'd fought it tooth and nail. Affidavits from therapists. Unfit. History of manipulation. Judge denied. But appeals dragged. Controversial choice. Let Lily write him? Her question at dinner. Can Daddy come? Just once. Tom's hand squeezed mine under table. Your call. Mel. Heart ward. Shield or scar. Maybe a letter first. Jenna's out next spring. Reformed per her program. Baby now toddler. Boy named after Mark. Fostered. Her rights shaky. Another letter. Family.
Mel.
Blood.
Blood.
The illegitimate stain I'd buried. But Lily's curiosity bloomed. Grandpa Ed. Why'd Grandma hurt him? Age 10. Sharp as tacks. Truth trickle. Jealousy. Bug. Bad choices. Omission my origins. Dad's locket around my neck. Talisman. Work thrived. Campaign launch for eco startup. My pitches landing like hooks. Boss. You're a force.
Force.
Rebirth's forge. Evenings. Tom and I on the porch swing. Wine and whispers. Marry me, he asked one dusk. Rings simple, sapphire. Like sound waves.
Tears, yes.
Controversial? Rushing post-trauma?
Nah.
Timing right. Trial ghosts. Media faded. But pods resurfaced. Rebirth betrayal. Where are they now? I guested one. Voice steady. Forgiveness?
No.
Forgetting? Working on it. Listeners flooded. Survivors. Thinking. Power shifted from victim to voice. Lily's party day. Sun broke rare blue. Yard a riot of color. Kids swarmed. Parents clustered, Clara gossiping. Jake grilling burgers. No mom. No Mark. Letters only. Lily. Crown Askew, Queen of Chaos. Mom, pony ride. I spun her, dress flaring, Tom's arm steadying. Toast to 10 years of wonder. And the family we choose. Eyes met his, then hers.
Cheers.
Evening wind down, cleanup crew. Mia sleepover. Lily tucked, gift in hand diary. Leather-bound. For secrets, Mommy. Like yours.
Chill.
What's secrets? Innocent shrug, the sad ones. From before.
Before.
Rebirth's veil thinning? Hug tight. All good now. November elections buzzed. Country fracturing, my micro-world stable. But news bled in, scandals mirroring mine. Wrote op-ed, Betrayal's blueprint, spotting family fraud. Published in the PI. Ripples. Fan mail, saved my marriage.
Saved.
Echo of my resurrection. Thanksgiving, ours. Potluck with Tom's clan, rowdy Italians. Pasta mountains. Jake proposed toast. To Mel, Phoenix. Phoenix.
Fitting.
Lily's eyes sparkled. What's that? Bird that rises from ashes.
Her grin, mine.
Winter gripped. Holidays twinkled. Tree trim. Ornaments from Dad's box. Mom's tainted ones binned. Eve's dinner, Tom.
Kids. Jake.
Snow flurried rare. Midnight kiss. Happy forever? Damn right. New year. Resolution, confront roots. Hired genealogist. Discreet. Dad confirmed bio. Mom's fling a college slip. No skeletons.
Just story.
Peace patch. Spring 2025, Jenna's release. Hearing, I testified neutral. Protect the child. Judge. Probation. Supervised contact. She called. Thanks. Sis.
Sis.
Acid. But for the boy.
Nod.
Mark's next bid. Denied again. His rage letter. Monster. Filed with therapy notes. Lily's school play. Lead in Wizard of Oz. Dorothy Fierce. Front row. Tom's hand clammy excited. Curtain. Her there's no place like home. Applause thundered. Tears hot. After party. Pizza.
Her high.
Home's you. Mommy. Home. Summer road trip. Cali Coast. Tom's truck crammed. Beaches. Big Sur cliffs. Vertigo echo of needle.
But joy.
Campfire tales. Sanitized mine. Mommy fought dragons. Dragons slain. Fall harvest. School start. Lily's braces gleam. Tom's proposal official. Small wedding.
Beach.
Vows. From ashes. With you. Rings exchanged. Sand gritty. Twist whisper. Pregnancy test. Positive. Lily's sibling. Rebirth's full circle? Controversial. Baby post-vengeance. New life on old graves?
Yes.
Joy terror. Labor Day. Boy. Ethan Dad's middle. Tiny fists.
Tom's awe.
Lily. My turn to be big sis. Months blur. Feedings. Firsts. Jenna visits. Awkward park playdates.
Her boy toddling.
Truce tentative. 1 year post-trial. Anniversary dinner. Tom. Proud. Every damn day. Lily's 12th. Laser tag arena. Neon wars. She tags me. Gotcha. Ghost.
Ghost.
Laugh. But chill. Does she sense? Teens dawn. Attitudes.
Crushes.
Guidance. Trust gut. Betrayal's red flag. Her nod. Wise beyond. Work peak. TEDx talk. Rising from family fire. Applause. Book deal signed. Mark's release. 2030 projected. Prep. Lily chooses contact? Maybe cards. Boundaries. Jenna cleans. AA. Job at co-op.
City.
Accepted. Not forgotten. Ethan's firsts. Steps toward me. Echo of Lily's. Rebirth reflection. Gift. Curse lifted. Happy by tragic. Villains caged. Heroes free. But night vigils. Shadows? Paranoia relic. Tom's snore anchors. Final twist. Mom's death. Natural. Cell block heart. Letter final. Forgive. Shredded.
Closure mine.
Lily's graduation. Valedictorian tease. Mom's story strength. Pride swells. Empty nest looms. But full heart. They didn't expect this life. Neither did I. 2045. Full circle. 20 years post-death. 10 post-rebirth as bloom. Seattle skyline pierced clouds like defiant fingers. My office in the repurposed warehouse downtown, overlooking the sound, waves still whispering secrets. At 52. Lines etched my face like roadmap of battles won. Crow's feet from Lily's weddings, hers last spring. Ethan's in fall. Silver threads and curls from late-night board meetings. Harper and Voss Consulting, my firm with the old ADA, specializing in family fraud forensics. We'd saved asses from asses. My testimony, the gold standard. Lily, 30. Lawyer like irony, arguing civil rights in Portland. Her husband, Nate, steady engineer. No skeletons doting on toddler twins. Visits, chaos of sippy cups and stories. Grandma Mel, tell the dragon tale. Dragon's mom. Mark, faded myths. Ethan, 28. Artist in Brooklyn. Murals screaming color against concrete. His partner, Alex, non-binary chef. Spice wizard, grounded his flight. Gallery opening last month. Piece titled Rebirth. Abstract flames to Phoenix. My locket pendant woven in. For you, Mom. Hung Central. Tom, Gray Fox. Retired prof. Adjunct gigs keeping him sharp. Our beach house in West Seattle. Deck editions for grandkid romps. Anniversaries, still kisses like first date. Jenna, uneasy ally. Post-probation. She'd clawed retail management. Then nonprofit victims aid. Poetic justice. Her boy, Mark Jr., 22. College kid studying finance, therapy-mandated ethics. Intern at my firm last summer. Awkward lunches. And Mel. Sorry loop. Loop closed. Scars keloid. Mark. Out at 60. Gray parolee and assisted living. Liver from booze. Karma's cocktail. Contact? Lily's call. Birthday cards. Supervised coffee once. He's broken. Mom.
Broken.
As I was. Mom's grave, unmarked. My choice. Dad's stone-polished yearly, flowers. Whispers. Knew you loved me. Book launch. Ashes to advocate. Memoir. Rebirth veiled as near-death epiphany. Bestseller. Oprah bump. Tours. Stages lit. Crowds hungry. Q&A staple. Regrets? None. Vengeance freed me. Controversial echoes. The decisions, public shaming. Kid exposure, debated in reviews. Ruthless, some spat. Relentless, I countered panels. Relentless one. Grandkid's birthday. Twins third. Ethan's loft party mash. Cake double tier. No skips tight? Never again. Laughter layered. Tom's grill smoke curling. Lily pulls me aside. You saved us.
Saved.
Rebirth's quiet roar. Night falls. Beach walk. Tom's hand calloused comfort. Full life. Overflowing. Waves lap. Moonlight silver. Flash. That morning. 2023 wake. Gasps. Mirror shock. Impossible then. Inevitable now. Why me? Gift. Perhaps XAI's cosmic joke. Or universe's do-over. Twist close. Letter. Postmarked prison. Marks last. Before fade. Knew the baby. Jenna's push. Miscarriage? My doubt. Not hers.
Doubt.
The sabotage? His insecurity. Pills his. Confession late. But cleans. Shred?
No.
Burned beachside. Ashes to tide. Closure. Full. Happy. Hard-earned. By tragic for them.
Triumphant for me.
Lily calls. Love you. Ghost.
Ghost.
Laugh. Love you more. Phoenix. They didn't expect this. From skipped cake to Empire of One. Fade to sound sigh. End.
Nah.
Sequel brewing.